the only thing that matters is another publication, another research grant, and getting something that everybody else sees your prestige. I struggle with it, probably just like you, that, you know what, I really don't know how to actually deal with this other than these couple of simple things that I do. I say, I'm okay. I say, deep down inside, what does it mean to be me? And when I do that, I all of a sudden start putting up some boundaries and barriers of what it means to be me and what it means to live a healthy life within this framework. But the expectation is to be constantly working more. All of the discussion is about productivity, effectiveness, and what it means to be a good scholar. All of that stuff means that by default, if you do not live up to what it means to be a good scholar, or you are not productive, then you're no good. And so that's where you have to define yourself and you say, I'm okay with who I am. Now, there was something that was told to me when I was a PhD student that I don't think I really quite understood. And somebody had told me that you just have to develop a thick skin. And I think what that meant was that you actually have to develop your identity. And no matter what is thrown at you, and no matter how many rejections that you get, and how many times that somebody says that you are not good enough, that you simply just say, okay, I'm okay with being me, and I'm going to take a step forward with being me. And no matter what happens, you have to also be willing to say, who cares? So I'm not saying that none of what you do is not important. I'm not saying that you know, not to work hard. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm not saying that you shouldn't care about your work. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, would you be okay if you found a different career or things didn't work out for you? And I'm going to tell you this right now. Almost everybody, they would be okay. And I always think about, you know, what is the worst case scenario? I fail at this thing, and then I have to go take a job in a factory, at a gas station, at a grocery store, whatever it is. I've done all of those things, and I'm okay when I do those things. And I feel perfectly fine inside when I do those things. And in fact, I get a lot of rewards when I do those things. So as long as I frame the conversation about who cares, does this matter? And most of the time, no. It's because I'm caring too much is why I actually start getting mental health concerns, that I start feeling like I'm not good enough. That's when I start falling apart. So for you, what I would suggest and think about is just keep taking steps forward and detaching. Give the world the middle finger. I think that's the best thing that I've ever learned to do, is just give the world the middle finger and be okay with just saying, I'm good enough at this moment. And if it doesn't work out, so be it. Just take those steps forward every day and do the things that you need to do. I'm not saying don't do the work. You're going to do the work no matter what. But you got to say, I'm good enough inside. I am perfectly fine with who I am. And no matter what happens to me, whether I get kicked out, whether I have to be deported or whatever, because I'm actually in a foreign country, whatever happens, I'm going to be okay. And I'm going to take those steps forward. I'm going to have that confidence, that quiet confidence that nobody is going to take away from me. I think if you have that attitude where you're just almost cavalier with it all, but you're really focused and important with it, or you think it's important, but at the same time, you don't think it's important, I think you can deal with it. I think you could take a step back, go for a beautiful walk like this. Look at this. And just enjoy it. Enjoy it every single day as much as you can, and practice that enjoyment, practice that smiling through it, practice saying, I'm going to be okay today. If you do those things, man, you can get through a lot. You're not going to ruin your mental health.